Hey everyone, you know what you do when you create new garden spaces? You go shopping. Okay, all the people are on the other side, so I'll walk you down this side. I am here, I want to look at the Kunti because I want to fill in some Kunti in my new low growing Florida wildflower. I want 1 gallon. $23.99. They don't have any 1 gallon. They have one. Look at their 1 gallon. Well, maybe I'll get one. I didn't realize Kunti plants were so expensive. Look what I'm looking for. Signs of caterpillars. Oh, I was looking at this one, but see how this one's got like the center and then all the the stems are coming off to the side. I think I like this one better because it's kind of just all really dense. And yeah, okay, get this one. I also found this Georgia aster. Look how pretty. I'm gonna stick this in there too. Look, y'all, there's a ton of butterflies here at the Nursery. They're actually on the snowberry, which I have one of these, and it's like hidden away. Maybe I need to go move it out where it's more in the open. Because look how pretty the blooms are. And it gets the white berries. I'm gonna have to get another one of these. I know exactly where I would put it too. Let me go see if they have any. This one is actually planted at the Nursery, so I can't take this one. You know, they had two and I'm buying both of them. And I know exactly where they're gonna go because I was thinking about putting in a berry garden. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be fabulous. Look how pretty they are. Okay, y'all, here's my final purchases. Darrow's blueberry, the Kunti, the Georgia aster, 2 snowberries. This was my husband's. And then I got a yellow top for the wildflower garden because their yellow top has all kinds of little bugs flying all over it. And I don't have one. And it's short, so it'll go in the things that are short garden. Okay, y'all, something pretty incredible. Just got home. My plant haul is in the cart, and one of the new plants I bought that's new to me, recommended by one of you, Norma, who you actually have one you're gonna bring me, but I saw it at a plant store and I had to get one because I couldn't stand it. There is an eastern tiger swallowtail on it right now. It's not even in my ground yet. It's still in the pot. Just came into the backyard, and let me go show you before it flies away. That is a pagoda plant. Literally just pulled it in, and look who is on it. Oh my gosh. And look, not on it, but like in it, all digging around. Oh my goodness. So that's an eastern, did I say eastern black swallowtail? I don't know, I'm so excited. I don't know what I said, but that is an eastern tiger swallowtail on my pagoda plant. And I got that at Peterson's Nursery. I got a lot of things there, which I'm going to show you when we're done looking at this eastern tiger swallowtail. And man, that was a find, wasn't it? Look at that. They have a bunch of them down there. If any of you are in Lakeland, and really, like, it's a huge plant. It was $15.95, and it's gorgeous. So if you know of Peterson's and you're wanting a butterfly attracting plant, the pagoda plant comes highly recommended by this eastern tiger swallowtail. Okay, I'm gonna angle the camera down and show you what else I bought. So you saw what I picked up at the Nursery. Everything is all intermixed in the cart right now. And I don't want to get too close because I don't want to disturb the butterfly. But I got 2 lavender pentas. Now I have one, and it was very popular with swallowtails. Not this past summer, but the summer before. And then I moved it and it struggled to come back, but it's coming back, but it just wasn't full of flowers because it didn't appreciate me moving it. So I have 2 more and they're going to go in that new nectar garden. And I got 2 white pentas also going in the nectar garden. I got some salvias that are also going in the new nectar garden. Can you see there's a theme of like lilac-y, lavender, white, and purple? It's going to be so pretty. Honestly, when I was at Peterson's and I had all of my plants I was buying on the cart, the owner, Karen, came out and she was like, "Oh my gosh, those are gorgeous together." I said, "I know, you should make a display here and put all these plants together. People will come buy them all." So I can't wait to get it in the ground all together. It's only going to take up a small portion of the garden because, you know me, I'm going to cram everything together. Look at it. It flies away. It comes back. Oh my goodness. Now I want to go buy more of this plant. Look at that. It's absolutely spectacular. The butterfly and the plant. Okay, I'm walking away now, letting that butterfly, I just walked into something, letting that butterfly eat in peace. Was that not something else? I mean, I have heard, Norma, you did share with me that that would be a great one, and you were so right. So, all right, I'm gonna go in and eat dinner, and I can't wait to garden tomorrow. I'll be back. Hey everyone, it is Sunday afternoon. I've been in the house working on some things in the house, you know, because you kind of have to do that. You can't be in your garden all the time. But I asked my husband, I gave him a little to-do list to work on out here. And the top 2 things were to get rid of the pile in my workspace, the debris pile, and tear off the railing on the back of the potted tree house, which is no longer the potted tree house because the potted trees are now down. We brought them down for Hurricane Milton and they're going to stay down. But it's going to go back to the potting tree house. So I'll tell you why. But this is my first look, like my first time walking into my workspace that I'm going to kind of redo a lot of again, thanks to Hurricane Milton. Hurricane Milton really did a number on my garden, but it's okay because we're turning it all for good. And I'm loving what's going on. So I'm going to walk back there. I'm going to take you with me so you can see what it looks like. And let's go. Look over there. My husband had to use the wagon. And there's the red trash can. Tap the like button. Reminder, international symbol of tap the like button, the red ace trash can. There's all my plants that I bought. Wasn't that so fun with that Eastern Tiger Swallowtail? Look at me going the opposite way from my work area because it's like I want to see it, but I don't want to see it. Look at all those plants I get to put in my garden. I haven't gone on a big plant shopping haul. It has been a minute, hasn't it? That was so much fun. So I'm excited to plant those. But, and look how good it all looks in that area too, because this is where the Maypop Mansion was. Now it's full of plants. And none of these plants are gonna go in that area. Well, that I have decided so far. I can always change my mind. You know how I do that. Okay, so we're gonna turn around. Turn around. Here we go. All right, over to the garden workspace. Hi, Ray Ray. Here we go. I need to get out my leaf blower And I need to trim this because we're going to walk right into it. And I need to trim this one. And look, the pile is gone. So I can put my workspace back together. And the railing is off. Okay, so you know what I'm gonna do here? Remember how I moved my tall table and, oh look, red trash can, tap the like button. You remember how I moved my tall table in to put the lepidarium on? So when that rail over there got knocked off, this side here, from the big tree branch that fell and destroyed all of this during Hurricane Milton, I had an idea that, well, my gosh, when I stand down here, this will make a great potting table. So I told my husband, just knock off the railing on the end, the side railing is still there, and I can just stand here and use this as my potting table. And remember how I used to dump my soil kind of over there? I have my pile of soil that I used. Well, now I'm going to put it here because this is all ugly anyway. So why not have a big pile of soil here? I can do my potting. So I'm super excited about this. Like, it needs cleaned up, but I love it. And now that I've had my nursery business for like a year and a half, I've learned a lot, but man, y'all, plants take a long time to grow. So like my first year, I had to figure out, well, how do I grow things? Because when you grow from seed, like there's different plants that require different things for their seeds to germinate, and then you got to get them to actually grow and live and become the actual plant. And meanwhile, all along, what Catherine at the Nursery kept running out of was the pentas, and I was giving my time to trying to learn how to grow all these plants that are hit or miss for retail, because it's like a customer demand might be there, but you can't fulfill the demand immediately when it comes to plants because they take a long time to grow. So now I'm pulling back, and instead of trying to grow everything I can, I'm trying to grow a lot of a few things, which of course are going to be the heirloom red pentas, and probably a few other butterfly related plants, maybe privet senna. My wild lime finally produced seeds. It's like been there three years now, and it finally produced seeds. So I might be able to start growing some wild limes for the Nursery, but I'm not going to have like a whole bunch of different things. That being said, I don't need a huge work area back here because I'm just going to have a lot of one plant, and I have plenty of space to put all the pots as we're waiting for them to grow. So I'm going to keep this as my work area. I'm going to put my little concrete block wood plank rows back together, and this area down here I'm going to turn into garden space. Look at all of this. Like, I'm going to move these concrete block things up, take out the flooring, and make this garden space. And what I envision is I might, not sure yet, might make this like a bit of an angled wetland garden. I did find a chunk of pond liner that I still had. I didn't think I had any more, but when I was cleaning up the garden room, I found some. And what I want to put in that are things that are tall And then like I'll have like a walkway kind of going here, and then, you know, I can just extend these plantings. There's firebush. These are all things that hummingbirds love. So like this could be like a little hummingbird garden maybe. I don't know. And then there's my like compost pile too, or my cuttings pile. So it's just a lot to think about. And I have a lot of ideas, but that's the direction I want to go with this. And I think it's going to be awesome. So I'm going to lose the space, but I didn't really use the space for my work area. And I'd rather have a garden. And so that leaves us to, what am I going to do right now? I don't know. So I'm so sorry. There's so many things. I've got plants to plant. I really want to work on this wetland garden right here because I feel like it's an ugly eyesore now that I've taken care of that. And this is looking a lot better right here. Oh, I didn't even show you. Oh my gosh. Okay, hang on a minute. We'll go over there in just a minute. This is an ugly eyesore right in the middle of my garden. And the nearly sunflowers are coming to the end of their big bloom. There's a few blooms left, which I could cut off and put in a vase. And you know, this is fine on the corner. There's a lot of swamp milkweed in there that's kind of going dormant. And actually, you know what I think will be fabulous in the spring? Look how nicely that swamp milkweed's growing back. Is this nearly sunflower is going to come back next year because it's all like reseeds in here. But it looks a lot like the swamp milkweed. And so I think these coming up together will be a nice disguise when there's caterpillars hidden in there munching on the swamp milkweed, and then this is all growing around it. It'll be like a neutral plant to kind of give cover to the swamp milkweed, and they grow about the same height. This will get a little taller, but I can keep it trimmed. So if this was pretty much full of swamp milkweed and narrowleaf sunflower, the narrowleaf sunflower, when it's not blooming, the leaves are pretty, and like I said, it has a similar look to the swamp milkweed. So this would all be green, but then the swamp milkweed would be coming up in there. Gonna get this out of here, and it just, oh my. I have to do it because I just feel like I'm changing everything else. Why not this? And the sleepy hibiscus too. Ray says, oh, there's zinnias there. Okay, so then, gosh, I feel like this is becoming a garden tour, hasn't it? Okay, over here, look at what I did to my pentas garden. My pentas, all of the red that was in here was from 2 plants, 2. And they were back here, 1, 2. Now, one of them I kept the tall piece because it had a lot of blooms on it, and that little Gopher Larry butterfly is quite grateful for that right now. So I cut them back because they needed cut back, and they're going to grow out. Look, they already are. See, they're already pushing out new growth, and then that will fill them up and make them fuller, and they won't be all leggy. Now we can see back to my little buckets of swamp milkweed back there. This porterweed that's there was totally pushed around, and the main stems of it were under the bird bath, and it was like laying down. So I got that all standing back up again. And then these are the 2 porterweeds I just recently planted, but I planted another pentas and another pentas, and another little pentas and another pentas and another porterweed. So now they can all grow up and really fill in. And if I keep them regularly trimmed, it's going to be really, really dense cluster of red pentas and porterweed, which I've said it before and I'll say it again. The red pentas porterweed combination has been part of my butterfly garden since the beginning, way back when my oldest daughter was a little girl. I started putting in my first butterfly garden, and so it was like 30 years ago, y'all. 30 years I've had porterweed and heirloom red pentas. Fabulous, fabulous thing, and I'm still sticking with it. I love the combination. Okay, so I'm gonna put y'all down and kind of get my mind together as to what priority I want to put on all the fun projects I have to do, because they're all going to be fun. I'm excited to do them all. It's just figuring out which one to do first. And I'll be back. I'll let you know what I've decided. You guys, as I've been working here, I really haven't done much. I've just trimmed a porterweed, and I'm just doing some trimming and cleaning up, really. But there have been numerous golf fritillaries over here in this cluster of flowers, and they are loving it. I've seen them on the purple verbena. They're loving the, oh goodness sake, one of y'all told me to get that too. The funniest thing, one of you commented to get that purple spires, mystic spires, that's what it is. One of you commented literally to get the mystic spires, and I did, and I got it the same day you commented. Like, I already had it. It was incredible. I said, I literally just bought the mystic spires. So I'm just like loving all these flowers, and I'm loving that the golf fritillaries are loving all these flowers. It's like I want to go shop some more and get more. I really wish I would have got more than one of that pagoda plant, but you know, I'll be out again. It's not like it was the only pagoda plant there will ever be. Okay, I just had an idea. I went out to the garage and I found this old bin, and I put some potting soil in it. I'm gonna try pulling out some of the things that are tall plants in this wetland garden and put them in here, fill it with water, and hide it back down in there on the corner. I might put it like right down there, and that way it can be things that are tall up against the house instead of in the middle of my garden. So let's see how that goes. Okay, so I have got some narrowleaf sunflower, climbing aster, and Elliot's aster in my bin. And now I'm going to add some more jungle growth potting soil, and then put a lot of water in there, and we'll see how they do. Here is what the wetland garden looks like now. Pretty empty. All right, that wetland garden is cleared. All of the swamp milkweed that was growing in there, I cut way back except for one stem that already has some new growth on it. And I'm gonna go give it a big drink so the milkweed that is there, if it wants to grow back now, it can. Some of it might decide it's gonna be dormant now till spring. You know, you just never know. And I have a view all the way down my garden. I love having the tall things out of the center. The center is going to be for things that are short and small. And if a random tall thing comes up in the future, it's gonna get moved because I love how my garden looks, even though a lot of it's empty. So let me show you. I know when I put this whole center strip in, I referred to it as the runway garden. And runways don't have tall things in the middle of them. That wouldn't work too well for airplanes. So I'm gonna try and keep it low because I love that I can just see all the way down. And I want butterflies everywhere, everywhere. My joyful butterfly order came in. So let's go see all those fine plants, some of which will go in the swamp milkweed garden. That's also a wetland garden. Here is my plant haul from the 50% off clear out the greenhouse sale that Joyful Butterfly had. I have never gotten in on that sale before, I don't think. I think I always missed it or I didn't know they did it, but this year I got it. So I got some Woolly Dutchman's pipevine, I got some swamp milkweed, and I got some aquatic. Now, this is so interesting because ecotypes are a thing. This is aquatic milkweed, Asclepias perennis, and the aquatic milkweed that grows here in Florida, if you went to a local Florida nursery, does not look like this. The flowers look the same, but the plant leaves are thinner and there's just not as many. So it's so interesting how these guys came out. They're all going to find their way into that milkweed garden, my swamp milkweed garden, wetland garden. But they first have to acclimate because they just arrived in their package and they have to get used to Florida weather. So they're going to hang out in here for a few days and then I'll move them out to the garden to sit in their pots for a few days. So it's going to be a minute till they get in the garden, probably just in time for the monarch caterpillars who have almost all pupated to eclose. It'll be a good time to get these out in the garden. So if there's eggs that need laid, they'll have a place to lay them. So that was good timing. And if you're new here, well, first of all, subscribe to my channel. I don't normally raise monarch caterpillars, but those ones came in because of Hurricane Milton. Hurricanes make you do things you don't normally do, like tear up your whole garden. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. And there's a lot of fun gardening coming your way. So stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell so you'll know when I upload new videos. Join the Milkweed crew. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.